Hello guys, today I am going to recap a movie named The Door and the Floor, which is about the relationship of an author's wife with his young assistant. I hope you enjoy the video, so let's begin. In the beginning, we see a man named Ted. He is a famous author and he lives with his wife Marion and his daughter Ruth. His sons Tom and Timmy died in a car accident a few years ago, and Marion could not bear this shock till now, and she has fallen into depression. And because of that, a lot of distance has increased in the relationship between them. One day Ted hires an assistant for himself, whose name is Eddie. The next morning, Marion goes to pick up Eddie. When Eddie sees Marion, he finds her very beautiful and he is also very attracted towards her. Then Marion drops Eddie and leaves from there. Then Ted meets Eddie and explains him his works. Eddie is very happy to be here because he admires Ted a lot and wants to be a successful writer like him. Ted then shows him the whole house and also tells him about his failing marriage and how Marion and he are now living apart. Ted also reveals that Marion stays at the hotel for one day while he stays at the hotel the other day, so that Ruth can get the affection of both her parents. Ted also likes paintings and he always makes clothes less paintings of girls, and for that Ted hires a girl named Evelyn to be his model. The following day, when Marion arrives, Eddie follows him to the beach, where he sees Marion in a bikini secretly. On returning home, Eddie sees Marion's underwear and begins enjoying himself. However, when Marion arrives home, she sees Eddie engaging in these activities and apologizes to him, saying that she should have come by tip. Eddie was really embarrassed to have been seen doing this, but Marion assured him that everyone at his age does it. Eddie then told Marion that ever since he first saw her, he has been thinking about her. After hearing this, Marion doesn't say him anything. Actually, Marion also likes him somewhere. That evening, Marion goes to dinner with Eddie, and they both talk and spend time with each other, and then both come back home. Next day, Marion comes to Eddie's room and tells him about her son's death. While telling this, Marion seduces Eddie and then they both get intimate. The following day, Ted and Eddie visit a location where Ted reads his book to a small audience. After hearing Ted's story, Eddie learns that Ted writes all of his books about his own life. Then while returning home, Ted thanks Eddie and tells him that ever since Eddie arrived here, Marion has begun to be happy after a long time. One night Ruth comes to Marion's room and sees Eddie and Marion getting intimate. Seeing this, Ruth starts crying, and then Marion calms her. Now that Ted has learned about this affair, Ted tells Eddie to testify on his behalf against Marion in the event of the divorce, so that he might obtain Ruth's custody. After that, Eddie asks Marion why she is still with Ted, to which Marion responds that Ted is a wonderful father and also takes good care of Ruth. A few days later, one night, Ruth has a scary dream and she starts crying. Then Ted tries to calm her down, but she doesn't stop crying. Marion then arrives and comforts Ruth. After seeing this, Ted realizes that Ruth should stay with Marion after the divorce, since she will be happy there. The following day, when Marion and Eddie were getting intimate, Marion starts crying suddenly. And then on asking, she tells Eddie that she is going to leave all this soon and go somewhere. One day Marion creates a plan, telling Eddie that on Friday you will go to drop Ted off at Evelyn's house, but won't bring him back. By doing this, it will be evening for Ted to return home alone. And in that time I will leave this place forever after taking all of the photos of my sons. The next day, as planned, Eddie drops Ted at Evelyn's house and comes back home. Marion then tells Eddie to bring Ruth to the doctor, because she will not be able to leave in front of Ruth. But Ted comes home early with the help of two young girls, and on coming home, he sees Marion leaving, but he speaks nothing to her and Marion goes from there to New York forever. After some time Eddie comes here with Ruth. Ted was very angry at Eddie and then slaps him. But then Eddie hits him with a punch on the face because Marion told him to do so. Eddie then tells Ted that Marion is now gone somewhere forever, and she has also taken all the pictures of their sons with her. And now Ted has no pictures of his sons left. On hearing this, Ted gets more angry and he fires Eddie from the job and tells him to leave from there the next day. After Marion's departure, Ted was very sad and then he tells Eddie about the accident in which his sons died. Actually, that night, they had gone out for dinner and they were drunk. And at that time Tom was driving the car and he didn't have much driving experience. And because of the snow, their car collided with a truck, and in this accident his sons died. Now Eddie feels very bad after hearing this story, but he did not understand this. How can a mother leave her daughter? Now the next day a man comes to meet Ted, and tells him that he has been fired from his job. Hearing this, Ted hires him as a driver and his wife on the job of cook and Ruth's babysitter. Later, Eddie leaves from there and the two of them starts taking good care of Ruth, and the movie ends here. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also check out more interesting video like this by clicking on them. Thank you and hope to see you in the next one.